Greetings everyone, Barrett here with Hammerhead Model Making, back with another 5-minute review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Avro Lancaster B3 in 1/72 scale by Airfix. Now, I was encouraged by my modeling friends to pick up a Lancaster kit, and just so happened my local hobby shop, MRS Hobby Shop, had this one on its shelves calling my name, and I picked it up so that I could build a Lancaster with them. Now, this is going to be a rather typical Airfix unboxing here. You will notice here that Airfix does package all of their plastic in one giant bag, which results in, more often than not, parts coming off the sprue. And this kit had quite a few parts come off, so please be careful when you're opening an Airfix kit, when you're opening the bag, that any loose parts that you get them out. Don't throw the bag away until you've checked there's no extra loose parts in there. Overall, the kit is very typical Airfix kit. Typical of the blue-gray, very soft plastic. Overall, I think the details of this kit are not bad. They are definitely in line with some of their, earlier 72nd scale releases. Fairly simple details throughout, not necessarily bad details. It's got some nice detail for the interior of the wheel wells, like the interior of the flaps here, for example. Fairly decently detailed cockpit area, but in some areas there's just not a lot of detail, and especially like the surface detail is pretty much just left to some panel lines, and that's about it. Not a lot of rivet detail, things like that. But again, this lines up with a lot of their 72nd scale releases and is not necessarily like out of the ordinary. The breakdown of the parts all seem to make sense. You do get options for, posable flaps, posable landing gear, turrets, control surfaces, things like that. So, like typical Airfix, you do have a lot of options. You do have one of the nice things is that they've minimized the amount of annoying ejector pin marks on this. I think pretty much the only ones that would be really annoying that would have to be dealt with are the ejector pin marks on the inside of the bomb bay doors. If you decide to display your kit with the doors open, then you'll need to take care of those ejector pin marks. Other than that, the rest of it's really nice, and there aren't any ejector pin marks in any visible places, or at least areas that would be immediately visible once the model kit is done. So definitely hats off to them for doing that and going that far. One of the weird things about this kit, you'll see here, just there's these weird, like this weird marking on the plastic. I'm not quite sure what it is. It's only on this one sprue, and I've not seen that on other Airfix kits before, so hopefully it's just a one-off. I will be like washing and cleaning this kit just in case it's something less pleasant. Clear parts are definitely on the thick side. Not necessarily like terrible distortion, even on curved parts, but the plastic is quite thick, and I think it really shows on some of the smaller clear parts, like the small pill-shaped light or windows that go on the side along the side fuselage of the aircraft, things like that. But again, I would say this is definitely typical Airfix. This does have a lot of clear parts, so I definitely recommend getting a mask set for this, and that'll make your life so much easier. You get two options for the markings. The decals look awesome. I love Airfix decals. I believe they are printed by Cartograph, so they're definitely top notch, and you can see how absolutely minimal the carrier film is on these decals. They are fantastic looking. We're going to go ahead and take a quick look through the instructions here. It's a pretty beefy instruction book. There's a lot going on, and you pretty much start with the bomb bay because that is the groundwork for everything else that goes inside the aircraft. So you start there, there's a lot of things going on the inside of the fuselage shaft, so be aware of that. Once you get those together, you do the wing box, landing gear, wheel wells, things like that, get the wings on, work through the engines. Like I mentioned before, you do get multiple options in this kit for open or landing gear up or down, flaps up or down, bomb bay door open or closed. You can position the rudders. You get some nice options here, but just make sure you're paying attention to the instructions so that you don't miss anything. One thing I should note about this kit: it does not come with any type of ordnance, no bombs or anything. So just be aware. It's just if you're going to do the Bombay Open. There's nothing to put in there. You might want to get aftermarket. Anyways, just letting you know, like I said, 2 marking options. This looks like a nice kit. I think it'll be fun to build up, and looking forward to getting this one, kind of an iconic aircraft, on my workbench. So thanks for watching, everybody. I want to give a huge shout out to the patrons of this channel that help support me and support the work that I do, and allows me to bring this type of content to you more regularly. Thank you. If you're interested in supporting the channel, I will leave links down below, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Bye, everyone.